All right, bruh fans, this is coming from Actors Access, so thank you to the individuals who sent me this information. When it comes to Season 4, it seems that Season 4 is going to happen. Now, in this particular video, there are two major points of discussion I wanted to go over. The one being that, at least according to the website, it has yet to be decided whether or not Tyler Perry will be the director of Season 4. He is listed as executive producer, but when it comes down to who's going to direct, it's still to be decided. Now, based on this information, filming is apparently supposed to start August 1st through the 5th, which makes sense, I suppose. I mean, that's typically how fast Tyler Perry films the shorter shows, especially with bruh being, half the runtime of Sisters. So let's say theoretically if season 4 is 19-20 episodes, 30 minutes each, aka that's the equivalent of 10 or so episodes of Sisters or The Oval. Yeah, I can see them filming that fast. But aside from that, we have information on four new characters, and I will go over those right now. So, without further ado, Coach Hebron, male, black, a tall man in his 50s, 60s. He is a college basketball coach, and he once had Bill on his team. He considers Bill a close friend and gives him sharp, pointed, action-oriented advice when Bill has made a mess of his married life. First of all, I'm just shocked that by the time we get to Season 4, Bill is still married. I mean, by then, has Hilda and her dogs, have they left the loft he's in, Regina, or is he still going through that same, situation where it seems day by day I could see him losing his sanity because of what Regina is putting him through. But my hope is by Season 4, even though I really think it should be before then, we have a former mentor, a coach, giving Bill advice, but at the same time, it's that no nonsense kind of advice you would expect of his former basketball coach. And I think for me personally, I hope Bill is written where he'll actually take the feedback and advice as opposed to, well, not to be blunt, bitching about it, because that's one of my biggest gripes with Bill. Not that he, fucks up. I mean, that happens. Yes, he does make stupid decisions, but when you call your bros, you contact them to relay the story, and you ask for, what should I do? And they tell you the most sensible thing. We're supposed to be on my side, man. But it's like, what exactly are they supposed to do? Like, after you got married to Regina, after they told you time and again not to interrupt the wedding, and now you want to complain about it. Sure, he has legitimate complaints, but it's like, I get it. Sometimes when you're in your lowest moments, you want to have a support system. But that's the one thing about the bros I'll put over Sisters. For the most part, they keep it real, as opposed to, and I mean, that goes for all of them, as opposed to like the Sisters where you only got one sister who's going to tell you what the real, situation is, the real advice, real talk, while the other 2 or 3 will just coddle you until, shit really hits the fan. But no, I really hope Coach Hebron gives Bill not only great advice, which I'm pretty sure he will. Bill needs to fix things. He really does. All right, number 2 in terms of the characters, Dr. Walker. Male in his 70s, white. Dr. Walker is the attending physician at Walter Lee Medical Center, and he's thinking about retiring. He wants Tom to take his place, but there's one problem. The job is such a time suck, that it ruins all chances of having a private life, an emotional life, a marriage, a family, or a dog. Damn. Other than that, it's a great gig, and Walker expects Tom to jump at the opportunity. I'm gonna just throw it out here. I'm thinking money is gonna be a big factor because it's kind of like what Tom told Greg. Hey man, I don't mind you staying at my place because we're splitting the rent and that allows me to save money and send money home to my mom. And I figured that if Tom takes this job, he'll make more than enough money to, I don't know, I'm not saying kick Greg out, but if Greg does decide, you know what, man, this is too much for me, I gotta leave this apartment complex, he can get his own place because again, Tom's making good money, hence why he was able to hold his own place for so long. And Greg pretty much transferred, from one hospital in California to another in Georgia. So yeah, I can see that happening. I'm not saying Greg is going to get kicked off the show. I'm just saying, if the story does get to that point where, Greg gets his own spot as well. But yeah, I mean, when you think about it, Tom, he is like the doctor of the group. I mean, no pun intended, because he's actually a doctor. He tends to the emotional needs of his bros, but I'd imagine him taking this job would probably remove him from the group for quite a while, and I don't know if that's going to happen. So, I mean, at least they're giving him an interesting story. I mean, I like this because when people get to a certain age, different things in life happen. Not everybody gets married right away. Some people, they get married to their job, because of the money, the career advancements that come with a certain position. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this. Even though I hope Valerie's brought back as well, because I would find that interesting. If she was back at the hospital too. Yeah. Okay. Next up, let me go to the last one first because it's shorter. Lionel, male, black in his 40s, America's nightmare. This screaming madman runs into the sandwich shop, chasing after Claudia in the throes of a great rage. 3 lines, 1 scene. If I remember correctly, Lionel is the name of the crazy husband of Claudia, but then I look back to my notes and I think Jack McKenzie was his name. So is Lionel his real name and Jack McKenzie his criminal name? I don't know. Look, I mean, chasing after Claudia. Why? Because her cleaning company screwed him over or something? I don't know. We'll just have to. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So Claudia is still going to be in the series, so that's something to take note of. And then the last character, Renee, female, black in her 30s, attractive, charming, and well-spoken in a form-fitting dress. She is a brand ambassador for Daily Blessings, Inc. And it sounds a lot like a multi-level marketing scheme scam. Oh boy. Renee holds a meeting at the sandwich shop, and she suavely induces John to pony up $1,500 to join her team as a platinum associate, but it's uncertain if this is a legitimate business or not. First of all, where the hell does John get $1,500 from? Where's his mama? The only way I can see this happening is, for whatever reason, Miss Alice is not in the show for several episodes, because I have no doubt in my mind she will put a stop to that crap quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I don't know. Could this be a potential love interest for John, or at the very least somebody to try to seduce him for money? So, with that being said, that's all I got to say about the upcoming Bruh Season 4. So I'm intrigued just because of the fact that if, Mr. Perry isn't the director, who else will sit in the chair? If I remember correctly, during the behind the scenes video for Season 3, I believe we saw someone else in the director's chair. It wasn't just Tyler Perry, but I think during my video breakdown of that video, I was like, I wonder if that, it's kind of like the other shows like House of Pain, Young Dylan, Assisted Living. We're seeing other characters write and direct, so this could be pretty interesting. I think for me personally, though, the writing of Bruh does need to be a bit tighter. That could be said of Sisters in the Oval as well, but let's just focus on Bruh, because so far I would have to say, sadly, especially after I started an online war, so to speak, between Sisters and Bruh, which one is better, prior to Season 3 airing, that, you know, the show was, and, you know, seasons 1 and 2 are better than the sisters, but season 3 it's kind of been falling apart. There have been a few episodes I really liked, but the writing has just kind of been all over the place. And when it comes to season 4, if Tyler Perry does all the writing, I'm going to be a bit, okay, yeah, I hope it's better than season 3, because this isn't signaling out bruh, because The Oval season 3 was just hot garbage, and Sister season 3 is still my least favorite season of the show. So, yeah, I just, we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out, folks. But let me know your thoughts on the upcoming season 4, you know, which will start filming, you know, if in the next month here, my birthday month. Go Team Virgo. And as always, make sure you take a moment to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And I'll catch you all in the next video.